Hello guys, what is up? It is Finn here bringing you guys another NHL 17 video, and in this episode we are going to see what would happen if Toronto never traded Tuukka Rask. So, I gave Boston one of Toronto's goalies. I believe I gave them their backup just because, why not? I really can't predict the future and say what would have happened, who Boston's goalies would be if they if they kept Tuukka. I wanted them to just kind of figure it out themselves, but I had to give them someone. So let's see if we can hit 250 likes this episode. I know we can do it, so go ahead, hit that like button, show that love and support, and subscribe. If you guys feel ever so kind, I'll show you guys the lines we got going on here. This team is going to be good in the future. I mean, you got Kadri, Nylander, Komarov. I mean, just this first line has so much potential. And I love Van Riemsdyk. Like, still mad we got rid of him. I loved Lupul when he was a Flyer, too. But let's go ahead, look at the goalies. Tuukka Rask and Frederik Andersen. That trade probably would have never happened, though, if they had Rask. But I'm just saying. All right, let's go ahead, start simulating. And also, yeah, I mean, Boston doesn't really matter. Except they just don't have Tuukka Rask, but I think we know how bad they're gonna be. I think they're not gonna be too good, but yeah, I do apologize for this being the only episode today. This one will be out at 3 o'clock Eastern time, so I do apologize for that. I just didn't have a lot of time yesterday to record, and I had to get out the videos before 3 o'clock for yesterday. But tomorrow I should be able to have 2 videos out, so I don't work tomorrow, luckily, so I should be able to get those out, hopefully. 4-3-2 though, not as good as I wanted us to start, but we're still doing all right. Not too shabby. I cannot wait though for NHL 18. I know a lot of people aren't very happy with it, saying it's the same game, but there's a lot of cool things like that NHL 3-on-3 or the NHL 3s. I love that kind of stuff. I really do, and it's not just like a play now kind of mode. Like, it's got like its own, not story, but it's like you can play in different parts of the country, or was it the world or just the country? I don't know. But like, that looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that would make a nice little like series. I don't even want to say mini series, just series. And what else is there? There's now an expansion mode where you can actually do the expansion draft. That looks awesome, and other teams will, like, the AI will protect players that it wants to. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works, if they'll actually protect like good players. So I think that would be a fun challenge. Well, not challenge, but like a fun series to do, because it might be challenging to try and make an expansion team good. And then also, if you do an expansion team, you can create a mascot, which would be really cool. So yeah, I think that would be a nice series. I think that would be a really cool one. Episode 1, we would create the team, and then probably 2, we would do the expansion draft. So I think that would be how it works. Yeah. But I think I definitely want to do also a Vegas franchise mode. I don't know if I'll do a Flyers. That would be 3 kind of franchise modes, because the expansion is probably going to fall with franchise. So a Flyers, a Vegas, and we'll see what we got going on, but we could give it a try. Now we're doing pretty good, 24, 17, and 6, not bad. But yeah, we'll see. As for Be a Pro, I think I'm only going to do 2 Be a Pros, not 3. I think I'm going to do a skater, an actual good skater, not like another Doug Glatt, like an actual good player, like a playmaker, probably a center, and also Dorsal Finn will be back as a goalie. Can't have an NHL game without Dorsal Finn. Just can't do it. If it's going to be on the channel, we got to throw Dorsal Finn in there. All right, so we're 3rd in the division. Boston cannot, be seen. I wish I could kind of control Boston, like give them a decent free agent. That's probably what I should have done, but I don't know if it would have made that big of a difference. So Marner has the most points. That's nice. But let's take a look at the goalies. That's what I'm most concerned about. Let's see what we got. Anderson is 4-4, and Rask is 20-14. All right, neither of them really with a great save percentage. Let's take a look at Boston. What if their goalies were doing phenomenal? That'd be pretty funny. Come on, where are they at? Here we go. Oh, looks like they're having some goalie struggles. I didn't know Subban was an elite potential. That's pretty cool, but he's 8-6. Not the best goals against, but a decent save percentage. Khudobin not doing well. And Vladar, don't know how you say his name, has good potential. He'll probably be like an 83-ish. And Mikkelhenny, probably butchering that, is actually doing okay, but only 4 games played. So it looks like he's been coming in as a backup. But all these guys are doing not too bad. So maybe it's time to switch Subban and Khudobin and have Subban play some more games. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead, continue simulating. Team's looking very nice. I like it. I think we'll make the playoffs. The cup, I don't know, but let's go ahead and simulate to this day right here. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to NHL 18. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I am most likely going to be doing Ultimate Team. A lot of people want me to, so I think I'll give it a go. I don't know much about it. Like, I don't really know what people, like, other NHL YouTubers record for Ultimate Team. So, do you... Now, most people play... Hold on, I got you all coming. Sorry. Most people play, like, online in Ultimate Team. Like, they don't play the CPU, I don't think. I think most people play... actual people in that. But now there's like season mode, or not season mode, but there's like seasons in Ultimate Team, I think. So I don't know. I really don't pay attention to Ultimate Team, so I don't really know how it works or what occurs in it too much. But yeah, I was looking at my finger. I was reffing yesterday, and oh man, it was brutal yesterday. There were so many fights. The funniest thing that happened at the end of the first game, I think a guy scored. I think that's what happened. And this one guy, pushed the other guy, and then he didn't really push him back, but he kind of, was like, what the hell was that for? I didn't do anything to you. So, and then another guy was like, shut your mouth or something like that. And then he pushed him, the one guy that started it all. And then the other ref, I usually just, it's like, forget all that, you guys want to push around and, bitch at each other, go right ahead. But the other ref literally grabbed the guy that started it all and walked him off the rink. It was so funny. I mean, literally just grabbed him, didn't say anything, and just opened the gate and let him off. He didn't, like, push him off, but he just grabbed him and, took him off the ring. There was, like, 5 seconds in the game, so that's probably why he didn't want him in the handshake line. So, which is a smart decision. And then what was the other thing? Oh, wow, we were almost the best team in the league, or not the league, in the division. So we finished 98 points, 44, 28, and 10, just 1 point out of the top spot, or tied for the top spot, I should say. All right, let's take a look at the stats. What time is it? Okay, I just have to go to work soon, so that's why I'm not going to have time to. And I still got to make a thumbnail for this video, and I feel like I have to edit Rask's pads to do that. All right, let's take a look at the goalies, see how good Rask finished. 37-23, not bad. Not a bad save percentage. Anderson actually didn't do too well, surprisingly, for an 88 elite overall. That's not that great. Let's take a look at Boston. I think this way is going to be a lot quicker. And... yeah, none of them really. The best one was Mikkelhenny, however you say his name, who still only played those 4 games. I guess Subban and Khudobin were their starters, which are probably a wise decision. Subban's now an 80 overall. Okay. All right. He would probably do good, though. I think he would be like an 86, 87 overall if they actually played him a lot. Marner was the top scorer with 64 points. Where's Matthews at? Wow, he only finished with 50. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. That's still okay. All right. So, very nice. Very good stuff. Let's go ahead and see how we do. I just want to see where Boston finished. My guess is last place. Let's see. Yep, 30, 38, and 14, as expected. So, I mean, they had no goaltending pretty much, so. But yeah, I wish I could have, predicted the future and, been able to say who would end up where. All right, let's see what happens with Buffalo here in the first round. All right, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and 4-1. So we won the first round. What if we end up making the cup? That would be pretty cool. When's the last time the Maple Leafs won the cup? Pretty sure it's been a while. Oh, I think we're gonna lose to Florida. Yep, we lost to Florida in the second round. Hey, at least we made it to the second round. So that's something, to be proud of. I'm not too upset about that. Now we'll look at the awards and the playoff stats. Go ahead and look at the playoff tree, see how that played out. Come on. But this was a fun sim. I like this one. Oh wow, the Panthers actually won the cup. That surprises me. I remember last season, not the season that just passed, the one before, they were like, didn't they go on like a 20-game win streak or something like that? I know they had this one time where they wouldn't stop winning. All right, let's see. So they beat Dallas in the cup. Nashville lost in the first round to Dallas. Pittsburgh beat Philly, of course. All right, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right. Most teams I would expect to make it. I don't know about Florida. Sorry, I keep yawning. Not Vancouver. They weren't even that good this year, were they? I don't think they were. Let's take a look at player stats now. Marner with 11 points, and Bozak and Kadri were up there as well with 10. And, oh wait, we want to stay on Maple Leafs. Let's take a look at the goalies. Not all, yeah, decent save percentage. Anderson did very well. Maybe he should have been the starter. Oh, man. All right, well, that is going to do it for this challenge. I hope you all enjoyed. So I think the Leafs would still be pretty damn good if they had both those goalies. I think they should try and work out a trade. No, I'm just kidding. That would be a waste to have two really good goalies. Like 80 and 90 overall. You'd have to give up a lot for that. But that is going to do it. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and recommend any other ideas you have down below for NHL challenges, NHL videos. And yeah, as always, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Peace.